Welcome to Inland Empire Baseball, coming to you worldwide at 66ers.com. Now, here's the voice of the Sixers, Steve Wendt.
And a good evening to you from San Manuel Stadium in downtown San Bernardino, where tonight the Inland Empire 66ers host the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes in Game 1 of a best-of-3 Cal League South Divisional Series. The 66ers in the playoffs by virtue of winning the second half of the Cal League South Division slate. The Quakes won the first half, and they meet in the playoffs for the first time since 2013. And that, as a matter of fact, the Sixers knocked the Quakes out of the playoffs in that series en route to the Sixers' last Cal League title. And it was that was the last time the Sixers won the Cal League title. It is for the Quakes a return. They have been in the playoffs quite a bit, but last year missed out. The Sixers and Lake Elsinore were the representatives of the South Division, but the Quakes back in there, winners of the Cal League last in 2018, also won in 2015. So they've won it twice since the Sixers' last win. And the Sixers tonight, who are coming in and will send Joel Hurtado to the hill. Hurtado, who in the regular season went 6-5 with a 5.42 ERA in 22 outings, 10 starts, 78 innings, 78 hits, 90 strikeouts, and 31 walks. The right-hander Joel Hurtado gets the start for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The 66ers send Joel Hurtado. It will be right-hander Christian Romero for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. He's been excellent. He's 8-2 in the regular season with a 3.17 ERA, 20 outings, 10 were starts, 76 and two-thirds innings, and just 60 hits allowed. The league batted just .217 against him. 74 Ks, 21 walks. Did give up 10 home runs, but a lot of strikes, and hence the maybe elevated home run total, but also that ballpark he pitches in at Rancho Cucamonga is a bit of a home run ballpark. So, talented right-hander who is from Hermosillo, Sonora, Mexico, going for the Quakes. And, of course, for the Sixers, it's Joel Hurtado. How did these two teams get here? Well, as we mentioned, the Sixers winning the second half in the Cal League, and they did so with a 35-31 mark. And for Rancho Cucamonga, they had the best record in the Cal League South Division. They were 71-61. The Sixers were 68-61. Sixers lost 3 games off the schedule down in Lake Elsinore with some mechanical issues at the ballpark down there. But neck and neck. And how did the regular season series go? Well, it was pretty much neck and neck. The Quakes did win it. They actually won the final 2 games that these two teams played in the regular season, and that gave the Quakes a 14-13 advantage. But obviously, that is indicative of a tight series, just 1 game separating the two teams. And the Sixers actually outscored the Quakes this year by 13 runs in their series against one another. So right now it's the festivities of pregame in the playoffs as you have all the players line up along the lines. And that's always a cool thing. Gives everyone an opportunity to get their moment in the sun and celebrate what is a hard-earned feat to get to the playoffs. In any league, it is something to be proud of. And so you get out there, and it's like opening day. You celebrate. You celebrate that you've earned it. And obviously you get out there and you represent your team, your organization, your town. And this should be a fun one as the Sixers and the Quakes get ready to go. We're going to take a quick break here on the San Manuel pregame show. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early to rise road trippers, the late night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium as the 66ers being announced and lining up on the third baseline. Steve went with you. Happy you could join us. The 66ers who are hoping to put their best foot forward. The way it works in the minor leagues, and you play halves, as we've discussed, and the Sixers winning the second half, the Quakes winning the first. And if you win that first half, you get the choice of how you want the best of three series to shake out. And most teams choose games. You can choose either game 1 or games 2 and 3 if necessary. Obviously, you'd prefer to have more games at home, and the old adage of last licks, but that is what the Quakes have chosen. So there will actually be an off day in the series tomorrow, and then we'll pick back up at 6:30 when the series resumes on Thursday, and that will be at Lone Mark Field in Rancho Cucamonga. But it's a best of 3, so if it does go to a third game, that also will be at Lone Mark Field, and that will be on Friday. But really a fun series, I think. These two teams played each other very well over the course of the season. They both had strong seasons. Obviously, they're in the playoffs. But also, have two veteran managers. You have Dave Stapleton, who has just had a steady hand on the tiller the whole season for the 66ers and has been consistent and held young players accountable. And you have John Shoemaker, who is quite literally in player development circles a legend. He is a legend for the Dodgers, and he wears a C on his chest, and I don't think that was his idea, but he was told, you're the captain of our player development, so he wears that C on his chest, indicative of that the organization asked him to wear. You have a team down in the Dominican Republic named after him for the Dodgers. I mean, he is a constant in this Dodgers organization, and when you think about the upheaval in professional baseball, even among organizations that have had stability, to have someone like John Shoemaker, who's been in the organization for literally decades, I think that's quite a testament to who he is, and that no matter who comes along to run the Dodgers, they say, yeah, we keep this guy, no doubt. So from a professional standpoint, it is a treat to work games that these two gentlemen run their club in. So, Sixers and the Quakes getting ready. The teams are lined up, flanking the baselines, and it is going to be time for the national anthem here at San Manuel Stadium. So we will step aside, and then we will have lineups and first pitch when we return from San Manuel Stadium, Game 1 of the Cal League South Divisional Series. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium as the 66ers are about to take the field. And for Inland Empire, it will be Joel Hurtado who will take them out. And Sixers going to head on out. Let's give you the lineup for the visiting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes and John Shoemaker's group. It looks like this. Center fielder Kendall George will lead off. This is the Sixers' first look at George. He's a first-round pick of the Dodgers and apparently just a speedster at the top of the lineup. Should be fun to watch him. Josue DePaula is the right fielder, a talented young player as well. He is in the 2 spot. Tyron Lorenzo is the catcher, switch hitter, who had a monster offensive season. He bats third. Jake Geloff, the reigning Cal League Player of the Week, 16 RBI last week versus Visalia. That's a great month, and he did it in 6 games. He's the third baseman. He bats cleanup. Joe Vetrano, the first baseman, he'll bat 5th with Jesus Galice, the DH, batting 6th. Luis Rodriguez will play left field and bat 7th with Jose Izarra, the second baseman, batting 8th, and Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, batting 9th. Sixers didn't see Thompson when they played them last. He was actually on the injured list then, but he is back, and a shortstop, or a middle infielder. He's playing short tonight from Louisiana State University, but he grew up in California. Defensively for the 66ers, it will be Alberto Rios in left field, the third-round pick for the Angels out of Stanford. Nelson Rada is in center. The youngster led the league in runs scored, stolen bases. Just had a fantastic season. And the bulk of the season, he was 17 years of age. Impressive. Yadiel Sanchez had a great season as well. And Sanchez is in right field. So it's Rios, Rada, Sanchez, left field line to right field line. On the infield, Cole Fontenelle, the TCU product. He's at third base with Denzer Guzman, the shortstop. Jeremy Arocho's at second. At first is Matt Kootenai. So the catcher will be Ronaldo Flores. On the infield, it's Fontenelle, Guzman, Arocho, Kootenai, with Flores behind the plate. And on the hill, Joel Hurtado. 4-man umpiring crew during the regular season. Just 2 umpires in the California League, but for the playoffs, you get 4. And home plate will be Mr. Tim Barreras. At third is Mr. Spencer Kim. At second is the crew chief, Mr. Jared Dewerson. And at first is Mr. Evan Anderson. That is your Cal League umpiring crew. I'm Steve Wendt. Thrilled you could join us tonight for Game 1 of this best of 3 playoff series. And Kendall George will lead off. George, who in 12 games batted .381. No homers, 3 runs batted in. And he shows bunt, pulls back, and takes the pitch outside. We're underway at 6:50 from San Manuel Stadium. And George immediately showing bunt right there. So in on the grass at third is Fontenelle. As the next pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. 95 miles per hour from Joel Hurtado. Here's the pitch on the way from Hurtado. The 1-1. And that's a breaking ball in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 82 degrees at first pitch. The breeze is listed at 7 miles per hour, though right now the gust is down, blowing out to the left right now. Here's the 1-2, and that's a soft liner. Arocho leaps up and makes the catch, the second baseman. So Arocho takes a potential base hit away, and a speedster is off the bases for out number 1. And here's Josue DePaula. DePaula in the regular season batted at .284. He had 2 homers, 40 runs batted in. A left-handed hitter. And a fastball misses low. DePaula is an interesting case in that he grew up in New York, but as a 15-year-old moved away from New York to Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, so he could be signed as a free agent rather than be in the amateur draft. As the next pitch is fouled down the left field line, or at least that was a byproduct of the move. I'd have no idea all the reasons why DePaula did that. Maybe the one I listed is maybe possibly the most cynical. I don't know. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that is chopped to the right side. Jeremy Orocho, the second baseman, has that. And quickly 2 down for Hurtado. And the batter will be Tharon Lorenzo. And Lorenzo, just a magnificent season. He batted .272, but he had 24 homers, 24 doubles, 70 RBI, and an OPS of .962. Just a fantastic year. And a switch hitter to boot with power from both sides. So here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss on a nasty breaking ball. Lorenzo went up there looking to eat, and Hurtado with a great spinner. Sharp break on that one. Top of the first just underway as the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Like a changeup there. Or was that the breaking ball? It just had a little bite. Kind of tight break to it. No balls and 2 strikes. So Hurtado ahead in the count. Deep breath. And here is the 0-2 offering. And that breaker misses in the dirt. So the count 1-2. Lorenzo, great season as I mentioned. He's from San Francisco de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. And he's just 20 years of age. Turned 20 in July. Hurtado, the hard-throwing righty, kicks and deals. And that breaker misses outside. Check swing. They'll appeal and... no swing. Out of muscle memory, Ronaldo Flores pointed down to first for a check swing. We got a 4-man crew, so the check went to third. I'll tell you what, I looked down to first as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's a breaker that misses outside. So from ahead 0-2 now to full and all breakers. So if you're Lorenzo, do you say, well, that's all he's throwing me, or do you sit on a heater here? On deck is Jake Geloff. Here's the 3-2. It's a fastball, and it's pulled to the right side, taken on the backhand by the second baseman, Orocho, and a 1-2-3 inning for Joel Hurtado. Busy inning for Jeremy Orocho. He was ready to play. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Half inning in the books. Quake 0. Here comes Inland Empire. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the first. Let's give you the lineup for Dave Stapleton's 66ers. It will be center fielder Nelson Rada leading off with DH Ben Goebel in the 2 spot. Cole Fontenelle is the third baseman. He will bat third. Yadiel Sanchez, right fielder, bats cleanup. It's Matt Kootenai, the first baseman, batting fifth. Shortstop Denzer Guzman in the 6th spot with Alberto Rios, the left fielder, batting 7th. Ronaldo Flores is the catcher, batting 8th. And the switch-hitting second baseman Jeremy Orocho bats 9th. Nelson Rada will stand in, and he'll face the right-hander Christian Romero. An outstanding season for Romero. 8-2 with a 3.17 ERA, and his first pitch is off speed, and it's in there for a called strike. Romero from Hermosillo, Mexico. Ahead in the count, we'll give you the defense momentarily as Rada, who batted .276, 2 homers, 48 runs batted in, swings and pops this off-speed pitch off, and that's going to make it in the stands on the third base side. Defensively, it's Luis Rodriguez in left for the Quakes with Kendall George in center and Josue DePaula in right. Rodriguez, George DePaula, left field line to right field line. On the infield, Jake Geloff at third. It's the shortstop, Jordan Thompson, with Jose Zara at second and Joe Vertrano at first. Tyron Lorenzo is the catcher as Rada fouls the next pitch out of play on the left field side. Nice crowd on hand for this playoff game. Shows you people love baseball. This game just got on the schedule only less than a week ago. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball is slowly chopped to the right side. Charging is Izara. He has it, and he'll throw out Rada for out number 1. So the league's top stolen base man is kept from the base paths. And the batter will be Ben Goebel. Now Goebel, a right-handed hitter, batting .267 this year in 59 games. 5 homers, 27 runs batted in. Had a good series against Lake Elsinore to finish off the regular season. He was 8 for 25 in that one. Here's the pitch on the way to him, and that's a breaking ball that's on the outside corner. Romero had 4 outings against the Sixers this year. 2 were starts. He was 1-1 with a 3.21 ERA. Gave up 9 hits, 4 walks, 13 Ks in 14 innings. His next pitch misses inside. Goebel facing the righty as the DH, and you say, oh, a righty is the DH against a righty. Well, yeah. Ben Goebel batted .305 against righties this year. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss and a good breaking ball. The count 1-2. Sun has gone down. It's twilight here, San Manuel Stadium. Lets you know it's late in the season when the sun's already down in the first inning. Here's the 1-2 offering. And that's an off-speed pitch that Goebel chases out of the zone. So, strikeout. Romero does not sit there and throw 98. He is quite the craftsman out there. So here's Cole Fontenelle, switch hitter, bad left-handed, batting this year in 38 games since joining the Sixers. .266, 4 homers, 26 runs batted in. And the pitch on the way is off speed, and it's swung on and missed. So it looks like the book is that the Quakes expect the Sixers to be hunting heaters, and so they're just not getting any. Here's the 0-1 offering, and that is called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Sinking fastball there. No balls and 2 strikes to Fontenelle, the Washingtonian. He's from Sammamish, Washington, which is just fun to say. Sammamish. Doesn't have to be complicated to be fun. Here's the 0-2, and that's inside, a fastball. Now that cranked up into the low 90s, so it's in the tank there for Christian Romero, but he throws all sorts of stuff at you. Here's the 1-2, and that misses low and inside. So the count 2-2 to Cole Fontenelle with Yadiel Sanchez on deck. We're in the bottom of the first, 0-0 our score. Steve went with you. Happy you could join us tonight. And what a fun matchup. As the pitch on the way is skied into shallow left. Coming on is Luis Rodriguez, and he's under it, and he'll put it away. And the side is retired. Sixers down in order. Fun one. South Division of the Cal League playoffs. Game 1 between the Dodger-affiliated Quakes and the Angel-affiliated 66ers. Couldn't get better. We'll be back after a scoreless inning. We'll head to the second. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Off to the second we go, and leading things off will be Jake Geloff. Now, Geloff, reigning Player of the Week in the California League. Talented right-handed hitter out of the University of Virginia. And Geloff, who ended up batting .225 with 5 homers and 23 RBI, as the pitch is in there for a strike. And he did that in 30 games, but really got hot late. But he's talented. Take strike one. Here's the next, and that is up high. So Jake Geloff, his brother Zach, was a Cal Leaguer with the Stockton Ports as an A's farmhand, now an A's big leaguer. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is a line drive into center field on a breaking ball. So Geloff going to school on that, and I tell you what, that's a guy heating up at the right time for the Quakes. So a leadoff single, that's the first base runner in the Cal League South Divisional Series. And the batter will be Joe Vitrano. Vitrano, a left-handed hitter out of Boston College, .270 average in 33 games this year, 2 homers, 24 runs batted in. One of his homers, his first, as a matter of fact, was against the Sixers. It was an inside-the-park home run. And if you saw Joe Vitrano get off the bus, I don't think you would have that in your prop bets there, that Joe Vitrano's first home run was an inside-the-park home run. He's 6'3", listed at 220. He's a big fella. But he got around the bags. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. It misses high and outside. Matt Kootenai holding on Geloff. Geloff was 2 out of 3 in stolen bases this season, as a fastball misses outside from Hurtado. This is not a team, the Quakes, that steal a ton of bases. In the regular season, they had 97 steals. So the Sixers, by contrast, had 203. As Vitrano pops this one up behind third base, into shallow left goes Fontenelle, backpedaling, and he'll make the catch. And that is out number 1. So Vitrano pops one up to the left side. It was going to bring up Jesus Galice, the designated hitter. Galice, a right-handed hitter. And Galice comes in batting .225 in the regular season. As the next pitch is in there for a strike. Correction, .267. Let's not shortchange Jesus. He had 8 homers, 52 runs batted in, so solid season for Galice. The count's 0-1 to him, though. As the pitch on the way. And a fastball chopped to the right side. It's up with his Orocho. He'll flip it to Guzman at second and on to first. Double play. So Hurtado gets the double play. He gave up the leadoff single, but it's erased as the Sixers with a 4-6-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We played an inning and a half. 0-0, the Sixers and the Quakes. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium as the 66ers, the Angels affiliate in the California League, taking on the Dodger-affiliated Quakes in Game 1 of this best-of-3 South Divisional Series in the California League. Yadiel Sanchez, the switch hitter, batting left-handed, will face Christian Romero, and the first pitch sails high and outside for ball one. Sanchez just fell under 300 the final week of the season, but what a season it was. 297 average, 11 homers, 65 runs batted in, as the pitch is in there for a strike. And for Sanchez, played a strong right field, strong-armed right fielder. The count 1-1 as the pitch is down low. Like a change up there from Romero. A nice pickup last year by the Angels. Yadiel Sanchez was part of that 2 trades that the Angels made with Philadelphia. And next pitch, little two-seamer, got the inside corner. Apparently, I think Sanchez thought it was down or in, or down and in. Called a strike. Here's the 2-2. And the next pitch, swung on and missed, as that was a breaking ball that was center cut, elevated, and Sanchez just missed it. Strike number 1. Sometimes you get away with mistakes. And I think, Romero, that might be the case right there. But I think that's also maybe a pretty good lesson for young pitchers that, Sanchez is a terrific hitter. And guess what? He struck out on a mistake, so no need to be afraid when you're pitching as the pitch misses outside. That's something that a lot of times at this level now that there's not quite as many rungs in the ladder. You're seeing guys coming fresh out of college, and I think sometimes they give hitters a little too much credit, as Matt Kootenai takes a strike. The count 1-1. Kootenai, who batted 260 with 12 homers and 54 runs batted in 74 games this year. But they've been told every time you move up, if you make that mistake, a guy's going to hit it a country mile. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe. But they're also going to swing and miss at it, too. So pitching afraid is a really bad way to go about it. Here's the 2-1 pitch. We had a swing and a miss on a nasty changeup, and the count levels at 2-2 to Kootenai. Kootenai asks for time. Matt Kootenai, 6'1", but 230 pounds. Strong guy from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. 10th round pick in 2022 of the Angels. And the 2-2 pitch misses inside, a full count. On deck, Denzer Guzman. Outfield playing Kootenai to pull in deep in center and right, but straight away in left is Rodriguez. Big gap in left center. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball pulled foul on the first base side. Kootenai from Canada went to the Midwest for junior college and then ended up at Old Dominion in Virginia. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled out of play. It was a fastball from Romero. We're in the bottom of the second, 0-0 our score. The Quakes and the 66ers, both pitchers throwing well out of the gate, as you'd expect on Game 1 starters in the playoffs. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that's a changeup swung on and missed, and Romero gets his third strikeout, back-to-back Ks here in the second. He's got it all working right now. Hurtado for the Sixers gave up a leadoff single in the second, but erased it on a double play, so Both pitchers have faced the minimum in their amount of work thus far. So here's Denzer Guzman, right-handed hitter, came in to the playoffs after hitting a .236 with 7 homers and 52 runs batted in. Had 21 doubles, and he swings through a fastball. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 offering on the way. And that is popped up into very shallow right field. The second baseman, Izara, backpedaling, is under it, and he'll put it away. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Christian Romero. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 6 up, 6 down for Romero. We will head to the third. The Sixers and the Quakes. They are scoreless. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium. 2 innings have been completed here at San Manuel Stadium, and it's no runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Quakes, no runs, no hits, no errors for the Sixers. And Luis Rodriguez will lead off for the visiting Quakes. Rodriguez batted at .275 in 80 games, 5 homers, 42 runs batted in. And back to work goes Joel Hurtado, and the fastball fouled off. 0-1 the count. It'll be bottom third of the order. Luis Rodriguez, Jose Zara, and Jordan Thompson. Here's the next pitch, and that's a breaking ball that's waved at by Rodriguez. He just kind of guessed wrong, I think, and had no chance to stop that swing. Into the windup goes Hurtado, the 0-2. Bounces to the plate. Well, the other playoff game in the California League, we'll check in on that in a little bit. They are in Modesto tonight. As the Modesto Nuts, who are the Mariners affiliate, will host the San Jose Giants, San Francisco's affiliate. Here's the 1-2. Rodriguez pops it foul. Modesto Nuts went absolutely bananas down the stretch, riding a 16-game win streak into the playoffs. How about that? Ran down Fresno, who was a terrific team, and missed the playoffs. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a breaking ball. It pushes Rodriguez off the plate. Missed up and in. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering, and a swing and a miss on a sinker at 96. And down on strikes goes Rodriguez. And here is Jose Izara. That's the first strikeout for Hurtado. Izara comes to the plate to open up his playoff adventure. In the regular season, he batted .219 in 108 games, 7 homers, 49 runs batted in. He likes to swing at the first pitch. He does it here and pops it into right. There's Yadiel Sanchez, and there's 2 down. And our first look at Jordan Thompson. As I mentioned, he was injured when the Sixers faced them early in the year. Not a big guy out of LSU, but Went to Helix High School. He's a San Diego kid, Chula Vista. Guess Helix High, I think, is in La Mesa, technically. But either way, San Diego kid. But went to Baton Rouge for his baseball experience, which is a legendary program, obviously. There's a fastball in there for a strike. So Jordan Thompson, in the regular season in 21 games, batted .270. No homers, 7 runs batted in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's in there for strike 2. Another fastball, and that was 97 miles per hour from Hurtado. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the third, scoreless game. And a breaker misses outside. Only 1 hit in this game. It was shortly erased on a double play. Here's the next offering, and that's hit in the air to right field. Yadiel Sanchez drifting over, and it will be called off by Rada, who makes the catch. Sanchez, I don't think he saw that right off the bat, so I think Rada sensed that and decided to take over. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. The pitcher's looking excellent in the early going of this one. We'll head to the home half of the third. It is 0-0, the Sixers and the Quakes. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
We head to the home half of the third inning, and thus far, a game dominated by the pitchers. 0-0 our score. Alberto Rios will lead off for Inland Empire, and Rios, he'll be followed by Ronaldo Flores and Jeremy Arocho. Back to work goes Christian Romero, who's struck out 3 in 2 perfect innings, and he delivers a breaking ball that Rios chases. Swing and a miss. Rios in 33 games with the Sixers, batted .181. 3 homers, though, 18 runs batted in. A couple of those homers came against the Quakes at Lone Mark Field, and they were bombs. Here's the pitch, and that is a breaking ball, swung on and missed again. The count 0-2. Rios out of Stanford. He was the Pac-12 Player of the Year this year. No balls and 2 strikes from the right-hander peering over the top of his glove. Into the windup he goes. And the offering is going to be chopped foul. That was, well, 2-seamer there. Romero ran in on Rios. No balls and 2 strikes with Flores on deck. Another right-handed hitter, and then the switch hitter, Arocho, after that. Here's the 0-2. And that misses high and outside. So the count 1-2. Rios mentioned Stanford, but he grew up in Southern California. Bellflower is home as the 1-2 pitch is chopped foul on the third base side. And it's always nice to see Alberto. You can tell he's from a tight-knit group. He's got family and friends that come to a lot of the ball games. And so that's very cool on the one hand. And on the other hand, you know, that adds to a little bit of the pressure. Here's the 1-2. And fouled off. Rio stays alive on a fastball. Fouled it straight back. And it's not so much, I'm sure, the playing in front of family, but, you know, the texts and the can I get tickets, that type of stuff, you know. As the next pitch is, called strike 3. That looked outside, and I'm pretty sure the TrackMan will confirm that. Yeah, that looked off the plate. Boy, that's a rough one, because Rios was putting together a pretty scrappy plate appearance. And I think that one got away. But it's a strikeout, and it's the fourth one for Romero. And here is Ronaldo Flores. And the pitch on the way to him is a fastball that is in there for a strike. Flores, who batted .266 in the regular season with 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. Here's the offering, and that misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Flores awaits. Big gap in left center. Here's the pitch, and that is a fastball that comes back over the outside corner. Good pitch by Romero. Scoreless game, bottom of the third, nobody on, 1 out. Sixers haven't had a base runner yet. Here's the offering, and that is slowly hit up the middle to his left. It's taken by Thompson. He'll throw a strike across the diamond and retire Flores. For out number 2, here's Jeremy Orocho. And this Quakes team has lots of talent. And they have big arms with big velocity. Here's the pitch on the way to Orocho, who shows bunt, pulls back, and takes the pitch for a strike. Batted .255, 1 homer, 26 runs batted in, but second in the league with 47 steals this year, and that was in 51 attempts. Here's the pitch, and that's a called strike on the corner. Orocho, though, took particular delight against the Quakes this year. He had been a Dodgers farmhand when he was drafted. In 20 games, he batted .351 with a double and 2 triples, 7 RBI, and took 19 walks. And he stole 12 bases against the Quakes as the next pitch misses. So the count 1-2 to Jeremy Orocho. Choking up on the bat. Here's the pitch, and that is up high. So the count 2-2. Fastball from the right-hander Romero at 93 miles per hour. 2-2 the count with 2 down. Outfield straightaway, playing deep in center. As the next pitch is down low. Kendall George has good speed, but Orocho typically not going to hit the ball over your head necessarily. I'm not saying it's not in there, but so from 0-2 to 3-2. And here's the offering, and that is dumped into left field. And indeed, drops it over the infield. A base hit for Orocho. First hit for the Sixers. First base runner, and it's Jeremy Orocho. And the batter will be Nelson Rada, who bounced out to second his first trip. So Rada will dig in with Orocho, certainly a threat to steal. As a matter of fact, statistically, the only bigger threat is in the box for the Sixers in the Cal League this year, Nelson Rada. And a pick over. Orocho was leaning, and he just got back in. I thought they got him. The tag was on the shoulder, so the question was, did the right hand get in, or maybe the left hand get in? I should say it's that oven mitt he's got on. Very close, and now timeout is asked for by Orocho. Boy, they had Orocho leaning, and Romero timed it beautifully. And the question, Orocho's rubbing his chest. I think he might have knocked the wind out of himself trying to get back. So, close play at first. Infield back with 2 outs. Romero delivers, and that pitch misses low and inside. One to 0 the count. Ben Goebel on deck. Vetrano holding on Arocho. There goes Arocho. The pitch is flared into left. Rodriguez coming on. That's going to drop. Arocho read it beautifully. He's headed for third. The throw not in time. Runners at the corners with 2 down. Arocho absolutely cooking. And that play developing right in front of his eyes. And he pushed the envelope. Rodriguez got rid of it quickly on the run. But Arocho outran the play. So Rada is at first, Arocho at third, and the batters Ben Goebel as the Sixers try to draw first blood here. In the bottom of the third, a scoreless game thus far. Big gap in left center. Romero out of the stretch and the pitch. Breaking ball slowly hit to the left side. Geloff has it go off his glove and kick away, and the Sixers are going to get on the board on an error. Inland Empire leads it 1-0, and E5. Geloff got in front of that. It just kind of rolled up his arm. And so Cole Fontenelle will be the batter. And out comes Ramon Troncoso, a former 66er no less, but pitching coach, one of the pitching coaches for the Quakes. They have a couple. So Inland Empire leads it 1-0. Arocho with 2 outs, dumped a single into left center. Rada dumped one into left, and Arocho made it to third, and then Goebel pulls the ball slowly on the left side, and it just ate up the third baseman. And a run comes home. So runners at first and second for Cole Fontenelle with 2 outs. Activity in the bullpen for the Quakes. I think that's... It looks like Levon Reynoso. Fontenelle awaits. As the pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. Fontenelle popped out to left his first trip. He's 0 for 1. Rada, the runner at second. At first is Goebel. Infield playing Fontenelle to pull. And the 1-0 is ripped, but right at the second baseman, Izarro, who will put it away on the line. But the Sixers get a run. It was 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left aboard. We've played 3 complete. The Sixers lead the Quakes 1-0. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The Sam Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sammanuelcares.org.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium. We've played 3 complete here tonight, and it's no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Quakes. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Sixers. And back to the top of the order as we head to the 4th. Joel Hurtado's allowed a hit. That's it. He was erased on a double play ball. That came in the 2nd. So he'll face Kendall George, and George slices this one foul on the third base side. For strike 1, George hit a liner towards right field to open up this game, but Jeremy Rancho leapt up and snared it. Here's the 0-1, and a fastball blew it by him. Kendall George is from Humboldt, Texas, and had a commitment to play at Arkansas, but elected to sign with the Dodgers. Was ready to get going with his pro career. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Hurtado, and a fastball misses high. Sixers have right-hander Barrett Kent on the roster. He pitched the regular season finale, and he was on his way to Arkansas as well, so a couple good ones. Next pitch, breaking ball, misses down low, so the count levels at 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is lined, and Guzman, the shortstop, snares it before it can go into center. So for the 2nd time, George is turned away. George, the first one, Orocho made a nice play. Guzman, I'll tell you what, this was special. Just snow coning that baby, and was able to hang on to it as he hit the deck. Great play by Denzer Guzman. And here is Josue De Paula. Takes a backdoor breaking ball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. Fastball, looped foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering on the way, and that's fouled out of play. De Paula. A little bit of knee bend in that stance, but a tall, lean outfielder as the pitch misses down low. The count 1-2. Every once in a while when a pitch he'll miss up high or way down low, he'll do the little one-handed helicopter finish. Reminds you of Fred McGriff a little bit. As the breaking ball is chopped off the plate, Hurtado has it in fair territory and will tag out De Paula as he tried to get by. So Hurtado fielding his position well. That could be an indecisive play for some, but Hurtado took charge. 2 down here in the 4th. So 1 unassisted put out, and it brings up Tyron Lorenzo. Long battle in the 1st, and he rolled out to 2nd. Here's a ground ball to the right side. Diving play by Orocho. Snares it, gets up, and throws out Lorenzo, and the Sixers brought their gloves tonight. The Sixers came to play with the leather tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Orocho with a diving stop, and from shallow right throws out Lorenzo by 3 steps. We've played 3.5. The Sixers lead it 1-0. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
Yadiel Sanchez leads off for the 66ers. He went down on strikes back in the second. And it will be Sanchez, Matt Kootenai, and Denzer Guzman to face Christian Romero, who allowed an unearned run last inning, and his first pitch is a changeup fouled back. Here's the 0-1, and that misses low. Little splitter there from Romero. Here's the 1-1. And this ball is hit well in the air to center. Going back is the center fielder, George, and he'll get to this one. And so, given a ride there by Yadiel Sanchez, but stay in the park, no problem. Good swing, though. And that will bring up Matt Kootenai. To me, that's a good sign for Sanchez. He didn't get all of it, but he put a good swing on that ball. And like we said, he kind of scuffled towards the end of the season. His average dropped below 300. And you can imagine that's disappointing. Work all that season and the average dips below 300. And it doesn't mean he didn't have a great year, but even with the advent of all the advanced mathematics and statistics that are looked at, there's still something special about hitting 300. I don't think anyone would say differently. Maybe some would say it's maybe not as important as it once was, but I've never heard a hitter say that. Here's the 2-0 to Matt Kootenai, and that misses just outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Kootenai. Went down on strikes his first trip. 1 out, nobody on. Sixers lead at 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here at San Manuel Stadium, and the pitch. That is in there for a strike. Here's that 3-1 pitch, and that is grounded up the middle. A base hit for Kootenai. So Matt Kootenai aboard with 1 out, and the batter will be Denzer Guzman, who popped out his first trip. Kootenai just shooting it up the box. So Denzer Guzman stands in with Kootenai at first base. Kootenai did not steal a base in the regular season with the Sixers. Infield a double play depth. And the pitch, that's up and in, and Guzman takes that. Denzer Guzman, just 19 years of age, and just basically played day in and day out for the Sixers. From San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Here's the 1-0, and that's lined into center, and that is going to drop. A base hit for Guzman. So Kootenai stops at second, and back-to-back hits for the Sixers will bring up Alberto Rios. Now, Rios was called out on strikes his first trip, and frankly, I thought it was not a great call. I think the pitch was off the plate, and, you know, that happens. It's part of the game, but it's just tough. And you're Rios, you kind of were scuffling to end the season, and you're in a dogfight of a plate appearance and get rung up on a breaking ball that looked like it was about 4 inches off the plate. That's a tough one. So here's the pitch to him, and it's a breaker that stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Alberto Rios. Kootenai, the runner at second. Guzman at first. The infield still at double play depth with 1 out. Sixers leading 1-0 here in the home half of the 4th. And a check swing, foul ball. Shot up the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dave Stapleton, Sixers manager, coaching at third base. Brian Rupp coaching at first for Inland Empire, wearing their home whites. It's the Dodger blue tops and gray pants for the Quakes. As the pitch is hit on the ground towards third. Geloff has that. He'll go to second for one. On to first, double play. And working out of the jam is Romero as Rios hit into the 5-4-3 double play. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 4, 1-0. The Sixers out in front of the Quakes. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Jake Geloff will lead off for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Geloff singled his first at bat. He's 1 for 1. It'll be Geloff, Vetrano, and Galice. That's the 4-5-6 hitters to face Joel Hurtado, who's been fantastic. He's allowed just that base hit to Geloff. And he was erased on a double play. So the first pitch is swung on and missed by Geloff, a breaking ball that he opened up on. Came up empty, 0-1 the count. Hurtado had a rough go of it against the Quakes this year, as a fastball's in there for a strike at the knees. But he faced the Quakes a couple times early in the season, and he was really struggling to start this season. And he actually, 2 of his first 3 at-bats, outings, he didn't get an out, as he sends this one back to the screen. So I bring that up, and some bad mojo out there, I guess. But Hurtado, who last pitched on September the 5th, got no decision against Lake Elsinore. He went 1-0 against the Quakes as a breaking ball swung on and missed. Down on strikes is Geloff. That kind of backed up, and Geloff swung over the top of it. And that's out number 1. And for Hurtado, that's his second strikeout in 4 1/3 innings. And here is Joe Vetrano. Popped out to third his first trip. But talking about Hurtado, he went 1-0 in 5 outings, 2 starts, but he allowed 21 hits and 10 walks with 18 strikeouts in 14 2/3 innings. He had a 10.43 ERA against the Quakes, as the pitch is in there for a strike to Vetrano. But like I said, Sixers had a real front-loaded schedule with the Quakes early in the season, and that's when Joel was struggling. As the next pitch swung on and missed. Nice slow breaking ball. And I thought the Sixers handled it beautifully, the Angels coaching staff. And, you know, that's a decision that's not just made by the manager or the pitching. I mean, there's a lot of people that put their heads together with that in player development. As the 0-2 pitch is pulled foul. And they backed him off for about a week, skipped his start, and then they brought him in some kind of low-pressure situations in the bullpen to get some work, and then kind of eased him back into tougher spots. And he really responded and took off, and it's been fun to watch. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and then that ball is fouled at the plate. Vetrano stays alive on an excellent off-speed pitch that was down and away, but Vetrano got a piece of it. Vetrano, who played at Boston College with 66ers, Peter Burns and Max Gigg. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's tapped foul. But he's from New York, and Peter Burns Sixers catcher was telling me it was kind of hilarious that Vetrano is in Boston but talking about the Yankees all the time. Lucky he's a big guy. Here's the 1-2. Misses high. I don't think I'd expect anything less. That's an honest-to-goodness New Yorker there, huh? Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Vetrano. And that's fouled out of play. He stays alive. But always fun to talk to Peter Burns, catcher on the Sixers roster. He's one of those guys that never met a stranger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hurtado into the windup. Here's the pitch. And that's a breaker that Vetrano lays off. So the count full. Hurtado with 1 out and empty bases, leading 1-0 here in the top of the 5th. Delivers, and Vetrano skies this one to left field, pushing back Rios. He is there, and will put it away, a step in front of the track. Two down. And the batter will be Jesus Galiz, who bounced into a double play to end the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And a fastball misses just inside to Galiz. Galiz from Maracaibo, Venezuela. The 1-0 offering. That is a strike on the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, 1-0 Inland Empire. Top of the 5th inning with 2 down, and the pitch. Swung on and missed. That was 97. And had some run to it. I mean, quite a bit of run. 20 inches of run. Oh my gosh, 20 inches of run? You got to put that on a milk carton. That's a runaway. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that breaking ball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's that 2-2 pitch from Hurtado to Galiz, and that's smacked into center, and Rada is there. He'll put it away. A couple steps backpedaling and puts it in his back pocket. Hurtado has been masterful through 5. He has faced the minimum, allowing just 1 hit. That was erased on a double play ball. My goodness gracious, did Joel Hurtado answer the bell. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll head to the home half of the 5th. It's 1-0 Inland Empire. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Ronaldo Flores leads off against Christian Romero as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 in favor of the Sixers. Romero has thrown 63 pitches in 4 innings, allowing 1 unearned run. Joel Hurtado for the Sixers has thrown 63 pitches in 5 innings and has faced the minimum, allowing only a single. Here's the 1-0 to Flores, and that's a ground ball, slowly hit up the middle, and getting in front of it is Thompson, and he will throw from shallow center and get Flores. Knew he had time, and a good job to make sure he had his feet under him and make a strong throw. So Flores is retired. Here's Jeremy Orocho, who singled with 2 outs in the third, eventually scoring the only run in this game. Romero kicks and deals, and his pitch is in there for a strike. Jeremy Orocho, Glen Burnie, Maryland, was originally selected by the Dodgers in the draft. They didn't have a spot for him. The Angels snapped him up. Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt, pulls back, and takes the pitch for a strike on the outside corner. So the count 0-2. Here's that 0-2 offering, and that's popped foul out of play. Nelson Rada on deck. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss and a tank slider. And down on strikes goes Orocho. So Romero picks up his 5th strikeout in 4 2/3 innings. And back to the top of the order, Nelson Rada, who is 1 for 2 in this one. So Rada. It's like Rada unboxed a brand new pair of high top spikes today, as the pitch is in there for a strike. You know the cliched white picket fence outside someone's house, it's bright white? That's what those spikes are looking like right now. As this ball is lined into left field, coming on is Rodriguez, but it's over his head and will be cut off by the center fielder, but Rada will cruise in with a double. So the left fielder, Luis Rodriguez, was playing shallow, and he took a very direct route to that ball, and it ended up going over his head. He leapt up but couldn't make the play as he just took too steep an angle. And Rada with his 2nd hit of the night. It's a double. He's in scoring position for Ben Goebel. Now, Goebel's 0 for 2. He had a ground ball that was misplayed by the Quakes defense and allowed a run in. That was in the 3rd. He bats here with a runner at second, 2 outs here in the 5th. And a breaking ball misses. Maybe a little high. It was over the plate, but upstairs. So the count 1-0 to Goebel. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Inland Empire. That double by Rada was the Sixers' 5th hit. This breaking ball misses a little low. So one was high, one was low. That was a pretty good pitch, though. Well, it could have been called a strike. I don't think there's any question about it. Big gap in left center. Big hole on the right side of the infield. Here's the pitch, and that's outside. That was a fastball that got yanked a little bit glove side from the right-hander Romero, who's thrown the ball beautifully tonight, allowing just an unearned run. But Joel Hurtado for the Sixers has been masterful through 5. Here's the 3-0 to Goebel, and that's in there for a strike. So southpaw loosening in the pen for the Quakes. That's lefty Garrett McDaniels, who's got good stuff. Here's the pitch, and that breaking ball's fouled out of play. Well, it's almost redundant every time we talk about the Dodgers-affiliated Quakes bringing in a new pitcher. We go, that guy's got good stuff. It's just kind of par for the course. Every guy just walks off that bus throwing 96. Now, we've also seen some guys that struggle to throw strikes, but then they'll come back the next spring and they'll be throwing strikes with that stuff. Here's the next pitch, and that is fouled off by Goebel, and it got a piece of the catcher, Lorenzo. split finger there. That, boy, just did a nosedive and ended up clipping Lorenzo. Lorenzo was kind of down on a knee, and he had his left leg very much exposed, and that ball hit him in the foot, I think. Oof. So, walking it off. The count's full to Ben Goebel. I don't know if I'd be shocked if I see that splitter again, but you also got to catch that ball. Here's the payoff pitch to Ben Goebel with the offering. It's a broken bat hit off the end of the bat, and a little squibber taken by Romero. He'll flip it to first. Well, Rada started to run, then he put on the brakes. The pitch was nasty, off speed, and was inner half, and it was off the end of the bat by Goebel, and the bat just kind of shattered and sprayed all over the left side of the infield. But the ball ended up in the pitcher's glove, and he flipped it to first, and the side retired. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 5. Sixers lead the Quakes 1-0. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The Sam Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sammanuelcares.org.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Luis Rodriguez leads off for the Quakes as we head to the top of the 6th. And the first pitch from Hurtado, a breaking ball that misses downstairs. Rodriguez struck out his first trip, and he takes that fastball low and inside. So the count 2-0. Top of the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Quakes. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Sixers. Here's the pitch on the way, and that is down low. So the count 3-0. Now, Hurtado has faced the minimum through 5. Sixers, though, are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position in this game. So it remains a 1-0 lead. Here's that 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Hurtado trying to come all the way back. On deck is Jose Izarra. After that, Jordan Thompson. Big gap in left center as the 3-1 pitch is inside. Ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Luis Rodriguez. And the batter will be Jose Izarra, who flew out to right his first trip. Swinging at the first pitch. There continues to be activity in the pen for the Quakes. Garrett McDaniels continues to loosen, so looks like Romero's night might be over. He pitched very well. Izarra takes that pitch way outside. Hurtado pulling that glove side. And now the Sixers bullpen's going to get active. And Flores, the catcher, is going to go out and talk things over with Hurtado and give that bullpen a little time. As great as Hurtado's been, Sixers' lead is just 1-0. And looks like Max Gig is going to loosen. So the meeting at the mound is adjourned. The count's 1-0 to Jose Izarra. Fontenelle. A step inside the bag at third, but off the line. Here's the pitch, and that is lifted in the air to center. Nelson Rada to his left will camp under that and make the catch, and that is out number one. So Izarra flies out for the second time. And here is Jordan Thompson. He flew out to center his first trip. So Thompson will dig in. The Sixers want a ground ball. Turn two. Bounce into the dugout. See if they can get that offense going. Here's the pitch. And a fastball. Swung on and missed. Got it by him. Went after Thompson with heaters in that first plate appearance. That was 97 miles per hour right there. So Hurtado's still throwing BBs up there. Here's the 0-1. And that's a breaking ball. Swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Off of first, Luis Rodriguez, who walked open the frame. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to third. Fontenelle has it on the backhand. Goes to second for one. The throw to first is in time. Double play. The Sixers turn it around the horn. 5-4-3. The leadoff walk is erased. Hurtado has faced the minimum through 6. He's allowed just a walk and a hit and erased both of those on twin killings. Man alive, Joel Hurtado showing up tonight at San Manuel Stadium. We will head to the home half of the 6th. Inland Empire leading 1-0 over the Quakes. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
Garrett McDaniels is the new pitcher for the Quakes. McDaniels, who pitched at Coastal Carolina and then at Mount Olive, and ended up being signed as a free agent by the Dodgers. Man, this is a nice pickup from the scouting department. McDaniels, hard-throwing lefty, and Cole Fontenelle, switch hitter, batting right-handed, chops the first one foul. The next misses down low. But McDaniels is 0-1, but a 2.87 ERA in 13 outings. 15 and 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 19 Ks, and 8 walks. As the 1-1 is a fastball that's shot inside the bag at first and down the right field line. Fontenelle has extra bases. He will stop at second base as DePaula gets it in. A leadoff double here in the bottom of the 6th for the Sixers. Cole Fontenelle shooting a hot shot, keeping it fair. And here is Yadiel Sanchez, who will bat right-handed. So bringing in the lefty, it turns both Fontenelle and Sanchez to their right side. And Sanchez has feasted right-handed this year. He batted .432 right-handed this season. Fondell off second, and the pitch is a fastball that gets in the kitchen there of Sanchez, and he fouls it down the first base line. So Garrett McDaniels comes set, the southpaw at the belt. Here's the 0-1. Fastball bounced over the mound. Ranging is the second baseman, Izarra. His throw to first is in time to get Sanchez. But that moves the runner to third base with less than 2 outs. Good poise by Izarra not to rush that. He knew he had time. So the infield will come in for the Quakes, and Matt Kootenai will be the batter. That's an unnerving feeling, I would think, for an infielder, that Kootenai could activate your dental plan. Here's the pitch. Lefty on lefty, though, as the pitch is down low for a ball. Kootenai batted .219 this year against lefties, but 3 of his 12 homers were lefty on lefty crimes. Here's the pitch, and that's shot foul wide to third. So the count 1-1. Denzer Guzman is on deck. Sixers lead it 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Max Gig is loosening in the pen. So Hurtado, who has been absolutely brilliant, he's at 73 pitches. Here's the 1-1. Kootenai chops that breaking ball back. So the count 1-2. Big gap in left center. Will the lefty deliver a breaking ball? No, he stays with the heat, but it misses upstairs. Garrett McDaniels. 6-2. Oh. Comes set with a deep breath. The 2-2 pitch to Kootenai is a breaking ball that misses just inside. Sharp break, but certainly in off the plate. And now Kootenai asks for time with a full count. Well, in the playoffs, you're never exactly eager to put guys on base, but you don't necessarily have to come in to Kootenai here. What I mean by that, you don't have to pump a fastball in there. But you have the right-hander Guzman on deck. Here's the pitch. And he went breaking ball, and he missed with it. Kootenai didn't chase, so it's a base on balls. Sets up the double play. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's a ground ball hit to short, could be 2. Up with it, Thompson, he goes to second for 1, and on to first, double play, and returning the favor of the Quakes, and Guzman swings at the first pitch and rolls right on over into exactly what the Dodgers affiliate was hoping to get right there. It is a 6-4-3 twin killing, and the leadoff double gets stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 big runner left. We've played 6. It is 1-0. The Sixers lead the Quakes. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Kendall George will lead off as we head to the top of the seventh. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Quakes. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for the Sixers. And Kendall George, who twice has hit the ball on the line, and each time the Sixers' middle infielders have snared it, takes a fastball down low for ball 1. So George is 0 for 2, but it's hit the ball pretty well. Here's the offering, and that breaking ball gets the outside corner. It is George, DePaula, and Lorenzo here in the seventh as back to work Joel Hurtado, who's faced the minimum through 6 innings. He's allowed a hit and a walk, and each time got a double play ball. As the next pitch is shot foul wide of third and inside the feet of skipper John Shoemaker coaching third. 1-2 the count. Max Gig continues to loosen, but Hurtado back out for the seventh. Here's the pitch, and a fastball chopped foul. Hurtado's longest outing as a pro is 6 2/3 innings. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He got him on the slow bender, and down on strikes is George. And for Hurtado, that's his 3rd strikeout. Here's Josue DePaula, who is 0 for 2. DePaula, left-handed hitter, digs in. Here's the pitch on the way. And a breaking ball pulled foul on the first base side. Here's the 0-1 offering. Fouled back. Well, Inland Empire's 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Guess it depends on how you look at things philosophically. That's either better or worse than the Quakes. The Quakes haven't had a runner in scoring position, so take that how you want to handle it. But Sixers lead at 1-0 here in the top of the seventh. Here's the pitch, and DePaula fouls that one out of play. One thing about DePaula, especially with 2 strikes, he will go the opposite way, and really good at it for a young hitter especially. Sixers actually shading that way now as the 0-2 offering. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes DePaula. Back-to-back Ks for Hurtado, who now has 4 on the night. And the batter is there on Lorenzo. Lorenzo, who led the California League in home runs with 24, stands in a 1-run game here in the top of the seventh. And the pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside. Here's the 1-0. And that's a breaker that finds the plate for a called strike. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next offering. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. The count 1-2. Joel Hurtado has picked a heck of a night to have his best game as a professional. Trying to get through 7 here. He's ahead in the count. 1-2 by Lorenzo, leading the league with 24 homers in the regular season awaits. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high and outside. Bit of an overthrow there, I think, for Hurtado, but you can understand. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Lorenzo. And that's hit high in the air to right field, and that ball is hooking. Is it fair or foul? It is a foul ball. It was not going to leave the yard, but it was certainly going to be trouble as Sanchez was way over in the gap in right center. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is hit in the air to left field. Rios in front of the track is there, and that is 7 shutout innings. Hurtado's longest outing as a pro comes in his first playoff game. He has faced the minimum through 7, 21 batters. He has been brilliant. We will head to the home half of the 7th. It's stretch time here at San Manuel Stadium. The Sixers out in front of the Quakes, 1-0. What a ball game. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Alberto Rios will lead off for the 66ers as we head to the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 Inland Empire leading Rancho Cucamonga. And Rios is struck out and hit into a double play. Shows bunt and lays one down the third base line. A good one. McDaniels got it, but no play. A bunt base hit. Rios says, any way I can, I'm getting on. That was a peach. So here's Ronaldo Flores. Quakes and double play depth. Both teams have hit into 2 double plays tonight. As a pick over, and Rios is back in. If you're curious, Rios in 33 games had 7 steals in 9 opportunities. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, Hurtado has been absolutely brilliant, but I think his night is over. And it would behoove the Sixers to, does it ever behoove you not to get more runs, but to try to pad this lead. Here's the next offering. Swing and a miss. Nasty little breaker there from McDaniel. We've seen some good stuff from everyone who's taken the mound tonight. Hurtado for the Sixers, Romero and now McDaniel for the Quakes. Rios off first, held by Vetrano. Here's the 0-2, and that's a swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt, but it gets away, and Rios is going to move up on the wild pitch. So it's a strikeout of Flores. He's retired because first base was occupied, but moving into scoring position is Rios. And the batter will be Jeremy Orocho, who will bat right-handed as a switch hitter. There is a righty loosening in the pen for the Quakes. Rada on deck, a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and that misses high to Orocho, who has singled and he has struck out. He has scored the only run in this game. That came in the 3rd. Here's the 1-0. That misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Garrett McDaniels comes set. 2-0 the count to Orocho. And the pitch is chopped off of Orocho's foot. A foul ball. Sixers leading 1-0. But looking to grab at least one insurance run. I don't know. Is it too early to talk about insurance runs? It's the 7th. Boost the lead. Here's the pitch, and that misses low. 3-1 the count. A bunt base hit for Alberto Rios. He moves to second on the wild pitch. That also served as strike 3 to Ronaldo Flores for out number 1 here in the frame. That frame, the bottom of the 7th. Sixers have 7 hits in this game, just 1 hit for the Quakes, and only 2 base runners for Rancho Cucamonga. Here's the pitch, and that's low and outside. It's a base on balls. So runners at first and second, and Nelson Rada will be the batter. Now this is interesting, as pitching coach number 2 is going to come out of the dugout. We saw Ramon Troncoso. Here's Sean Coyne, who is also a pitching coach. But you have the lefty McDaniels facing Rada. You have a righty loosening in the pen with the righty Goebel on deck. But Goebel hits righties much better than he hits lefties. So the meeting at the mound adjourned, and Nelson Rada will come to the plate. 1-0, Inland Empire leading. Most of us have T-shirts older than Nelson Rada. And here he is in a big spot in a professional baseball game. Here's the offering, and a fastball misses low. I wore one yesterday. Also proof they don't make T-shirts like they used to. Here's the 1-0. That's upstairs, 2-0. Now, Rada has a double and a single tonight. His double was to left center, and it was just a ball that was misjudged and left. I'm not sure it would have been caught, but it was not well handled. As the next pitch, called strike, way out of the zone. That is downstairs by about 2 inches. Yikes. That one got away. That one got away from the zone. Here's the 2-1 offering on the way. And a swing and a miss on a fastball. 93. That pitch was down also, but if you're Rada, you're saying if it, the prior pitch leads me to believe that if the ball doesn't bounce, it might be a strike. And so that changes the calculus for a hitter. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that pitch misses high, a breaker. So the count full. Let's see what Dave Stapleton does here. You have Rios, an okay runner at second. Rancho, a very fast runner at first. Here's the 3-2. And that's ball 4. Rada lays off the heater. Bases are loaded for Ben Goebel. As we mentioned, Goebel has hit righties better than lefties, but boy, the righty's coming out of the bullpen already, and Shoemaker hadn't even got out of the dugout. And but he has, and he's made the call. Well, you think Kelvin Ramirez was eager to get in the game, you'd be right. And, you know, you can, listen, the righty-lefty thing and the batting averages, you can't defend against a walk. And so I think that's obviously the deciding factor here. But we have a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Sixers have the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, leading 1-0. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The Sam Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sammanuelcares.org.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Ben Goebel, the batter, against right-hander Kelvin Ramirez. Tall right-hander coming out of the pen, and he inherits bases loaded with one out. Ramirez 4-2 with a 3.92 ERA this season. And he faces Goebel with the bases loaded in the pitch. Breaking ball waved at by Goebel. Goebel tried to ambush, but that time the breaker fooled him. So strike one. Just one out, but the infield wants a double play. And the corners aren't pinching either, at least not demonstrably. 1-0 Sixers, bottom of the seventh, and the pitch. Breaking ball fouled back, and the count 0-2. On deck is Cole Fontenelle. Ramirez 2-0 with a 2.94 ERA and 8 outings against the Sixers this year. Also had a save. 12 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 17 Ks, 8 walks. He pitched very well against Inland Empire this season. And he inherits a rough situation, but he's gotten ahead 0-2 against Ben Goebel. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses very high at 98 miles per hour. That baby's got some fuzz on it. 1-2 the count. Big gap in left center. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is lifted in the air to right field. DePaula will make the catch, tagging, and coming home is Rios. He is going to score on the sacrifice fly. It's 2-0. Rios comes home on Goebel's sac fly to right. Of note, Jeremy Orocho tagged and made it to third on the same play. So runners at the corners. We'll see if Rada's on the move here from first. Cole Fontenelle, the batter, he had a double his last trip up. He's 1 for 3. He also lined out, so he's hit the ball hard twice. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, he popped it up. Foul ground, third base side. That's going to make it into the seats. Oh, and 1 the count. 2 down. Runners at the corners. A run in. We're in the bottom of the seventh. 2-0 Inland Empire. Here's the 0-1 offering to Fontenelle. There goes Rada. The pitch goes back to the screen. Here comes Orocho. He will score. Rada will think about it and then put on the brakes and stay at second. 3-0. The wild pitch brings home Orocho. And you wonder if starting the runner had something to do with that. It's a stolen base for Rada, and a wild pitch brings home Orocho. It's 3-0. And the count 1-1 to Fontenelle. And stepping off the rubber is the right-hander Ramirez. Long pause. And now the 1-1. Breaking ball popped up again, and again that'll make it to the seats. So the count 1-2. It'll be an abbreviated big league scoreboard in the next half inning. We're just going to tell you about the parent clubs of both these teams. We'll also check in on the other Cal League playoff series starting tonight in Modesto, San Jose and Modesto. The North Division. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bullpen is quiet for the Quakes. The Sixers have Max Gig back up there. Looks like he'll come in to pitch the 8th after Joel Hurtado picked a heck of a time to have his greatest outing as a professional baseball player. Here's the 2-2. Pulled foul, a breaking ball. If you saw Joel Hurtado in April and you saw him in September, you would not believe that's the same guy. Unbelievable. What a great performance. And that is one of the true joys of getting to watch a team for a whole season. Here's the 2-2 with Rada going, and it is a fastball swung on and missed. Down on strikes. Good pitch, 97 down and in. But the damage is done. The Sixers score 2 times in the frame and did so on just 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left aboard. We have played 7. The Sixers lead the Quakes 3-0. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early to rise road trippers, the late night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
New pitcher for the 66ers after Joel Hurtado with, it's not hyperbole, he was magnificent tonight. Hurtado, 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 4 batters, no runs. And Max Gig comes into the game in the 8th, and his first pitch to Jake Geloff is swung on and missed. But the pitch on the way, that's a fastball up and in. And a check swing, did he offer? No on appeal, says the first base umpire, Evan Anderson. But Hurtado faced the minimum. He gave up a hit and a walk. He got double plays behind those. Amazing. Next pitch, fouled back. Fastball at 95 for Max Gig. So Max usually about 93. A little extra sizzle on that steak tonight. 1-2 the count. Top of the 8th. It's no runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Quakes. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Sixers. As a breaking ball misses low. Ooh, Geloff. He watched that, every stitch of that ball go by, hoping it would be low, and it was. Gig delivers, and a fastball's popped up. Foul territory near the bullpen, giving Chase Sanchez and Rancho and Kootenai, and none of them will get it. The netting does. So the count, 2-2. Geloff stays alive. Max Gig, the righty from Lynn, Massachusetts, who this season in 31 outings was 3-2 with a 4.95 ERA. Had a couple saves, 40 innings, 38 hits, 49 Ks, 20 walks. He has one fewer appendix than he did when the season started. An appendectomy during the year. Here's the 2-2. Breaker misses low and outside. It'll be Geloff, Vetrano, and Galise scheduled to bat. Righty, lefty, righty. And the pitch from Gig is a fastball, and that's called strike 3 on the outside corner. Just got the edge. Geloff thought it away, and the righty Gig gets the call. Here's the replay if you're watching. And yeah, I mean, that ran back. Flores kind of punched at it to catch it. It was at 95, a little extra steam from Gig, and it's a called strike. So here's Vetrano, and he swings at the first offering against his former teammate. Boston College, well represented in San Bernardino, California tonight. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And a changeup is hit to the right side. Diving play by Rancho. Hesitates, throws to first. Kootenai digs it out. The Sixers are electric on defense tonight. Jeremy Rancho's putting on a clinic. Kootenai cleaned it up on the other end after the double clutch. What a play. Rancho has been an elite defender while a member of the 66ers the last couple seasons, showing it off. As the pitch to Galise misses down and away. The only thing we haven't seen Rancho do is put on catcher's gear, and I bet he'd be fine. Here's the pitch, and that's a chopper hit up the middle, and Denzier Guzman stabs it, throws to first, but that's off the mark. It'll be a base hit for Galise. But Guzman nearly pulled a rabbit out of his hat. Just getting to that ball was pretty impressive. The way things have been going defensively for the Sixers, you thought, yeah, he's probably going to make this play. Goodness gracious, but Galise legged it out. Infield hit, only the second hit of the night. And here's Luis Rodriguez. We're 2 outs in the top of the 8th, Sixers leading 3-0. An infield hit. Here's the pitch. And a fastball in the outside corner to Rodriguez. Rodriguez walked to open up the 6th and then was erased on a double play. That was off the bat of Thompson, the 9-hole hitter, to end that frame. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gig delivers. Fastball fouled straight back. And the count 1-2. 2 outs. 3-0 Inland Empire out in front. Gig to the plate. And the fastball is going to be dropped by Flores. And a passed ball will move the runner up. Flores was trying to frame that pitch. It looked like a strike even if he hadn't framed it. Maybe low. But Flores, trying to frame it, just clanked it. And so that's a passed ball. And now time is asked for by the catcher. 2-2 the count. Well, frankly, that could very well have been called a strike. And Flores was really trying to box it up and ended up dropping it. Here's the 2-2. And that is a breaking ball, and it's going to be a called strike 3. I think he could have been swinging also. Gig strikes out a pair in the frame. For the first time tonight, the Quakes get a runner to second base. And he's stranded there to wither on the vine. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We have played 7.5. The Sixers looking for a bigger cushion as we head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-0 in favor of Inland Empire. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The Sam Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The Sam Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sammanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
Yadiel Sanchez leads off as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And Inland Empire leading 3-0. And Kelvin Ramirez delivers, and Sanchez skies this one a mile high behind first base. The second baseman, Izarra, is there, and one pitch, one out here in the bottom of the 8th. As Sanchez 0 for 4. Big league pop-up there. The batter is Matt Kootenai, who has singled and walked tonight. He's 1 for 2. On the big league scoreboard tonight, we told you we'll truncate it tonight and tell you about the parent clubs of both these teams. And for the Quakes, the Dodgers affiliate in the California League, they lead the Padres in the bottom of the 5th at Chavez Ravine 7-2. As for the 66ers parent club, the Angels, as a pitch is in there for a strike, a breaking ball, they are currently in the bottom of the 7th in Seattle and trailing in that one 8-0. So those are the two scores we'll do tonight from the big leagues. I'm sure everyone else tried their best. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball in there for a strike. Strike 2. In the North Division Game 1 of the best of 3 North Divisional Series. They got a barn burner in Modesto. They're in the top of the 6th. Tied at 3. San Jose and Modesto. Our score here, 3-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Sixers lead it with 1 out, nobody on. And Ramirez's offering is called strike 3, a fastball at the knees, and Kootenai's down looking. Second strikeout for Ramirez. The batter now is Denzer Guzman, who bounced into a double play his last trip up. He's 1 for 3 tonight. It will be the 8-9-1 hitters scheduled to bat in the top of the 9th for the Quakes. That's Izarra, Thompson, and George. Here's the pitch, and a breaking ball fouled back by Denzer Guzman. Ryan Langford loosening in the pen for the Sixers. No balls and a 1 strike. And that pitch goes back to the screen. 1-1 the count. Ramirez, to me, has terrific stuff. He sure looks the part. And in A-ball, to me, he's functionally wild. I mean, he's got great stuff, and then he'll send one to the screen, and if you're a hitter, you're going, oh, no. What do I do with this? Here's the 1-1, because he comes back with a nasty breaker, but that one just missed low. You're worried about your ear hole. And then he dots the outside edge on you at 97. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, fouled back. The count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's fouled straight back. Another breaking ball that Guzman got a piece of. Terrific crowd here tonight. 3,005 fans, and that's on short notice. This game would be happening, and they've been into it. They've been treated to a terrific game for both sides. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses high. And the count full. Here's that payoff pitch to Denzer Guzman. Fastball misses low, and Guzman works a walk. And I mean works a walk. That was earned. Here's Alberto Rios, who got the Sixers rally going in the 7th with a bunt base hit to open up the inning. Forgive me, it won't be Alberto Rios, of course. He was defensively replaced in the last half inning. Forgive me. It's Mike Peabody. So Peabody, who came in defensively in the last half inning, replaces Rios, who got that rally started in the 7th with a bunt base hit. So Mike Peabody, a left-handed hitter, swings and fouls the first one back. .230 average this season with 6 homers and 32 runs batted in. So Peabody, who came in defensively in the top of the 8th, bats here with 2 outs and a runner at first in the bottom of the 8th. And he lines one into center, a base hit. Guzman's going to head to third base, and there's runners at the corners. The 8th hit of the night for the Sixers is a line drive squared up by the former UC Irvine Anteater. John Shoemaker is coming to talk with the home plate umpire. And now that was a very quick discussion. And now Ramon Troncoso is going to go out for one of the pitching coaches to talk things over with the right-hander, Kelvin Ramirez. Garrett McDaniels went an inning and 2/3, an inning and 1/3. 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And now it's been an inning and a third for Kelvin Ramirez, and he struck out 2. He's walked 1 and allowed a hit. But Ronaldo Flores will be the batter with runners at the corners and 2 down. Peabody, who on Sunday got himself into double figures in the stolen base department. He is 10 out of 12 this season. Here's the pitch on the way from the right-hander with Peabody on the move, and Flores chops it foul. That was a breaking ball from the right-hander Ramirez. Peabody had a pretty good jump. If Peabody goes again, I wouldn't be shocked if Lorenzo doesn't even throw down. Guzman is the runner at third. It's not a big lead for Peabody. He's not going. And a fastball gets buried on the outside corner for a called strike. So the count 0-2 now. On deck is Jeremy Arocho, but Flores, who tonight is 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs to short, and a strikeout swinging. Struck out on a ball in the dirt that actually was a wild pitch. The runner on base, his last trip up. Long pause, and now the pitch. Breaking ball stays high and outside. 1-2 the count. Peabody held at first by Vetrano. Here's the 1-2 with the runner going. It's taken, and Lorenzo will not throw down to second. Stolen base. So now runners at second and third, and the count 2-2. Oh, and the throwback got away. The throw got away, but Ramirez runs it down. That was a live ball. I don't know if Ramirez was maybe looking at the runner at third, but Lorenzo flipped that ball, and it went right over the head of the pitcher. Guzman started to break for home, but then thought better of it as Ramirez steps off the rubber. Wow, that would have been a heck of a way to get an insurance run. And really ill-fitting this game, frankly. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Nice pitch there, and the Sixers strand a couple men in a scoring position. So can't get that big hit. It's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We will head to the 9th, and the Sixers will try to put it on ice. 3-0 in favor of Inland Empire over Rancho Cucamonga in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series to open the Cal League South Divisional Series. It'll be Ryan Langford on the hill when we come back. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
8 innings in the books. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Sixers. Ryan Langford comes into the game, and he will face Jose Izarra. Langford this season, 3-3 with a 3.34 ERA, 6 out of 7 in save chances. 62 innings, 50 hits, 59 Ks, 21 walks. And his first pitch is in there for strike one to Izarra, who took it. Izarra has flown out to right and to center. He's 0 for 2. It'll be Jordan Thompson after that, then top of the order, Kendall George. Next pitch misses outside a slider. Langford, out of Florida Southern University, comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, and it's in there for a strike. Izarra and Langford both from the same neck of the woods, South Florida. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Izarra will dig back in after asking for time. Outfield straight away. Here's the pitch. Fastball goes back to the screen. So they count now 2-2. Langford this season, 31 appearances. 28 of those were out of the bullpen. He made 3 starts. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. He might have taken a little bit more off that than he normally does. It still was a slider, but had Izarra out in front of it. And that is out number 1 here in the 9th. Here is Jordan Thompson, who has flown out to center and hit into a double play. Here's the pitch, and it's up and in, and stands Thompson up for ball 1. Fastball from Langford at 94. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. Thought that pitch might have been a little inside. I think Langford got the benefit of the doubt on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th inning. Sixers leading 3-0. It makes no difference, as here's a slow roller hit up the third base line, and Fontenelle will pick it up in foul ground. It makes no difference how you win a ball game, as long as you win, right? But shutouts are nice. Sixers had 7 in the regular season. I think it's just more emblematic of how well you pitched, obviously. And the Sixers, especially Joel Hurtado, have been magnificent. Here's the 1-2. Fastball misses high, 2-2. But make no mistake, there's 1 out here in the 9th. It's just a 3-run game. So a couple of bloopers, and all of a sudden, you're dealing with some big boppers. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball pulled foul. You get a couple guys on, you're dealing with DePaula and then Lorenzo. Lorenzo led the league in home runs. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball popped up down the left field line. Long run for all involved, but it's going to make it into the seats. Not a long run for the person sitting in that seat. It came right to him. Two balls, 2 strikes. Langford comes set. The pitch to Jordan Thompson is a fastball, and it misses outside. They'll appeal, but no swing. Langford comes set. The payoff pitch to Thompson. Fastball popped up. Shallow right field. Rancho going out. Sanchez will call him off and make the catch for out number 2 here in the 9th. Sanchez calling off the second baseman, Jeremy Rancho. The batter, young Kendall George. 0 for 3 tonight. Couple of lineouts and then a strikeout. He's way off the plate, a left-handed batter. And a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sixers an out away from taking a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Here's the pitch, and that is strike 2 on the outside corner. At the knees. 1 strike away. As the series will move to Rancho Cucamonga, and pitch clock violation is how this game's going to end. Oh my goodness gracious. It's a strikeout on a pitch clock violation. You'd hate to see that in a playoff game, no less. But a pitch clock violation is how this game ends. 0-2 the count. There's some folks maybe coming to their first game saying, what just happened? What happened is apparently the batter was not in the box and looking up with 9 on the clock. And so he didn't ask for timeout. And that is how this game ends. The Sixers shut out the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Perhaps anticlimactic, but nonetheless, the Sixers win it. Joel Hurtado, Max Gig, and Ryan Langford combined to shut out the Quakes and allow just one batter, one runner over the minimum. An incredible performance by the Sixers. A 2-hitter to open up the playoffs. The Sixers win it 3-0. A very odd ending to what was a beautiful game, especially if you're a fan of pitching. And credit the Quakes. They pitched beautifully as well. But the Sixers were truly sublime tonight. Joel Hurtado's best outing as a professional, his longest and his best. He was incredible, walking one and allowing a hit, but erasing both of those on double plays. 3-0 the final. We will come back with the San Manuel postgame show. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Hi, this is Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. Make your plans today to visit Cooperstown and the Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
Reconnect with your memories of the game and make new memories with your family. Check out baseballhall.org today for more information.
Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, preserving history, honoring excellence, and connecting generations.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
66ers win this game, shut out the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes in Game 1 of the best of 3 California League South Division Championship. And wow, Joel Hurtado was magnificent. Max Gig and Ryan Langford were on top of it. And the Sixers get the victory a final of 3-0. And let's talk about the lines. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left on for the 66ers as the Sixers get this win. And Joel Hurtado, 1-0 in the playoffs. Let's talk about Hurtado. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk. Both of those runners were erased on double plays. He struck out 4. He faced 21 batters in 7 innings. He was magnificent, and it's a career high in innings pitched. It comes in a playoff game, so it kind of won't be on his permanent record, if you will, when you talk about those types of things. But everyone in attendance will remember it. So Hurtado goes to 1-0, and the loss, and how about a tough luck loss for Christian Romero? He allows an unearned run. That's it. In his 5 innings of work, 5 hits, 5 Ks, he didn't walk a batter. But he falls to 0-1. The save is first to Ryan Langford. And the Sixers get the win. The time of the game was 2 hours and 11 minutes. And the paid attendance, 3,005. The Sixers take a 1-0 lead in the best of 3. This series will now move to Rancho Cucamonga for Game 2. And if necessary, Game 3. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But the Sixers come out, and the pitching was truly sublime tonight for Inland Empire. Those guys, Hurtado did not look like an A-ball pitcher tonight. He was absolutely dealing. And the Sixers, the beneficiaries, and they win it 3-0. We'll be back with more on the San Manuel postgame show. Stay with us. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
For the early-to-rise road trippers, the late-night truck drivers, or even the bucket list checking baseball fans, your Wyndham is waiting, no matter who you are, where you're going, or why. With 24 trusted brands to choose from like La Quinta, Days Inn, and Super 8, there's a hotel by Wyndham for everyone. Wyndham Hotels and Resorts, the official hotel of minor league baseball. Get the lowest price at wyndhamhotels.com. Restrictions apply. Visit website for more details.
We welcome you back to San Manuel Stadium and the San Manuel postgame show as the 66ers, they win this one 3-0, a shutout for Inland Empire. The Sixers pitching staff in the regular season had 7 shutouts. They get one to open up the playoffs in 2023, and the Sixers, 8 hits. Inland Empire won this game despite being 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. The Quakes, however, were 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position. Just didn't have a lot of chances as the ball game. The 66ers get the win, and the Sixers got an unearned run to go on top in the 3rd inning. Single by Jeremy Arocho, single by Nelson Rada, and then with the runners at 1st and 3rd, there was an error made on a ground ball to 3rd. Jake Geloff couldn't handle a ground ball, and the run came home, and that's how the game stayed 1-0 until the 7th, when Alberto Rios had a bunt base hit, and then there was a walk to Jeremy Arocho with 1 out, and then Nelson Rada took a walk to load the bases. A sac fly and a wild pitch later, the Sixers had a 3-0 lead, and that is all the scoring in this one. So the Sixers got those 2 runs on just 1 hit. Let's talk about offensively, who had good games. Well, frankly, there were only 2 hits in the game for Rancho Cucamonga, both singles. One was an infield single, and Jake Geloff had a line drive single in the 2nd to open up the 2nd inning into center field. He was erased 2 batters later on a double play. And then the other base hit belonged to Jesus Galiz. That was an infield hit. So pretty impressive pitching for the Sixers. Nelson Rada, just barely 18 years of age, had 2 hits. One was a double. He drew a walk and stole a base at the top of the order for the Sixers in this one. And he had the only multi-hit game and the only extra base hit in this ball game, as the Sixers get the win by a score of 3-0. We'll take a break, and we will come back, tie a bow on this one, and preview the ball game that will take place on Thursday as the series will move to Lone Mart Field. We'll tell you about the pitching matchup in that one. A couple of talented right-handers going. So stay with us. The Sixers win Game 1 of this best of 3, 3-0. You're listening to 66ers Baseball.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum is a place with thousands of stories to be told. It's a place to relive baseball's greatest moments and share them with future generations. It's a place to experience the game and how it has shaped our history. Cooperstown is a destination with something for the entire family. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your trip to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown at baseballhall.org.
For more than 2 decades, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a difference through generous contributions to nonprofits and government agencies in their surrounding communities, as well as Indian country. The San Manuel Charitable Giving Program supports education, self-determination for all, and community development, with a focus on creating opportunities for Native nations across the country. The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians is working to build a better tomorrow for generations to come. Learn more at sanmanuelcares.org.
Are you looking for a new vehicle soon? Have you made arrangements for it to be available when you need it? With the recent chip shortage, you can't find a ride. Toyota Redland says, let's get ahead of it. Order exactly what you want. When it arrives, it's got your name on it. Some dealers are pricing way over sticker. That's not how we work. Get ahead of it and order yours soon. Toyota Redlands, where the 10 and 210s meet at the Tennessee Street exit, or toyotaofredlands.com.
We welcome you back as the 66ers defeat the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes 3-0 in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. This is the last time in this series that the Sixers will play at home. They hope it is not the last time they play at home in 2023, and they did take a pretty good step in the right direction for that fact by taking Game 1 of a best-of-3 series. The series will move on Thursday to Lone Mart Field in Rancho Cucamonga. But the final line's no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 8 left on for Inland Empire. Joel Hurtado gets the win. He was superb, 7 shutout frames. He was just terrific. 1 hit, 1 walk, 4 Ks, and faced the minimum, 21 batters through 7 innings. And that's deeper than he's gone in any game in his professional career. The loss to Christian Romero, who gave up an unearned run in 5 innings. He was terrific, but he gets the loss, and the save to Ryan Langford. The final out being a pitch clock violation with the count 0-2. And that's how the ball game ended. That was odd. But the game ended that way, and Langford gets the save. Time of the game, 2 hours and 11 minutes in front of a great crowd of 3,005, and they were into it. They were treated to a very tense, taut, well-played game. And the Sixers come out on top and take a 1-0 lead in this series. The series on Thursday will pick back up at Lone Mart Field. 6:30 is the scheduled first pitch. And for the Quakes, they will send right-hander Chris Campos to the hill. Now, Campos was 5-6 with a 5.06 ERA this season. He has very good stuff. Kind of similar pitcher to the righty that the Sixers will send, in that they're not 6'5" guys, but they're very athletic and throw very hard. Urania maybe a little bit tick above, but it will be Walbert Urania for the Sixers. Urania this season, 4-7 with a 5.66 ERA, but his stuff is at the upper echelon of the California League, and for him, he will see if he can do what Joel Hurtado did, where he translated great stuff into a great outing. And if he can do that, Sixers have a shot to sweep the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. But the Sixers need 1 more win with potentially 2 to play. So the Sixers get that big first win here at home to open up this series. 3-0 the final. That's going to do it for us tonight in a beautifully pitched game for Inland Empire. The Sixers win it 3-0 over the Quakes. And until Thursday night, we'll be with you at 6:20 with the San Manuel pregame show from Lone Mart Field as the Sixers will enter the game up 1-0 in a best-of-3 versus the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. So until then, that'll do it tonight from San Manuel Stadium. The Sixers win it 3-0 behind Joel Hurtado, Max Gigg, and Ryan Langford. A shutout for the Sixers in a playoff game. Until Thursday, I'm Steve Wendt. Have a great night and take it easy.
Thank you for listening to tonight's game. And remember that you can get all your Inland Empire 66ers information at 66ers.com. We'll see you next time with more Inland Empire baseball, heard worldwide at 66ers.com.